You guys have been howling for more content, and it makes perfect sense that Lobo means wolf. So we're back with another character spotlight, and we're looking at Santa Padre member Lobo.
Well, he might be a Santa Padre member, but in all honesty, he's been passed around to more clubs than Hope was in this show. This guy has been in multiple different charters. He never really found a home, and then I guess he found a home in the latest episode. He was Team Fentanyl.
He was Team Fentanyl, right? So he made his first appearance in season 2. He lasted 16 episodes, which I think is actually quite impressive. This guy appeared in more episodes than the likes of Lincoln Potter and Sons. I think when you think of like people's impact on shows, Montez appeared in 14 episodes in Sons. I know I'm not saying Montez had a massive impact in Sons, but it's just mad to think this guy appeared in that many episodes.
I would wonder if he's had lines though in all 16 episodes, because I'm struggling to think of 16 appearances from Lobo.
Well, that's why you've got to strap in, guys, and listen to this character spotlight. He was played by American actor and musician Loki, so what a weird name. He's Loki and then he's Lobo. But he makes his debut in the Season 2 premiere, Ex Blague. And his charter, Tucson, he was El Pacificador at the time. How long will he be that? We'll find out. But they're sitting down with Santa Padre and Sarita, and of course at the start of Season 2, it's more about who tampered with the blow, because of course a few inmates inside have died. And then Ticker is the guy that essentially admits to it. Then he goes to grab his gun, and then Ibarra's like, we'll deal with Ticker. But Lobo does not get any lines here. This is where he's first introduced. He's El Pacificador. There's a big issue within his actual fucking charter, and he doesn't seem to give a shit. He just sits there.
Have you any comment, Lobo? No comment, son.
I don't rate Lobo, right? And I feel like before this season, he seemed like a dead-on character. For the point of like he seemed alright. I feel like in season 5 he just got portrayed as like a waster, like a scumbag, didn't he? The way he treated people.
Yeah, nobody seemed to like him.
When everyone's calling him a prick, like maybe that's why he kept leaving charters. Who knows? But after this, he's only appearing in season 2 one more time, and it was at the wake of Stockton member Will Medina. Of course, we've seen the likes of Happy here. We even seen a Grim Bastard member here. I can't even remember seeing this guy here. But all that matters is he was seen here in his charter, already doing shady stuff. They will continue to do shady stuff as we move into season 3. And at this point, of course, the Mayan War is brewing. Canche and Ramos want to double the product, but Bishop's like, it don't work for me, hermano. And Lobo is one of the Mayans on this ferry bridge. But again, he's a background character, and he's nothing more than a background character. I feel like, considering this guy's El Pacificador, could he not have got a few lines in with the likes of Ibarra? Because he just didn't.
True, but you could argue that's not really their role. Their role is kind of just to be there and protect the press and
do what they want to do.
Yeah, the press gives the order and they ask how high do you want me to jump. I feel like that's more the role.
I feel like this show's got a serious problem with Sergeant Arnold being shite.
Yeah, plus I feel like the fact that they introduced so many charters, unlike Sons, where you rarely got to see other Sons charters, with Mayans, you know, they've not shied away from showing you other charters, but it seems to be like each charter just has that one mouthpiece, and it's like they don't want to introduce multiple characters or give multiple characters a lot of dialogue or a lot of screen time. And I get it, more often than not, it was the president from each charter, but I guess they don't want to introduce Yuma and introduce like Stockton and try and bring 4 or 5 members into the screen at the same time. So they probably just had, you know what, Canche is the press, Ramos is the press, just have these two guys.
And they probably had no idea they were going to put this guy in Santa Padre later down the line.
Yeah, I just think it's because simply it's either if you're president you get lines, and if you're not president then you get nothing.
No, because if you look at Sons, like
Cozy... No, that is what it is. It's all the only non-president to really get any sort of like good screen time was Manny.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. No, but you look at Sons, when they introduced Kozik, I mean, they give him like a couple of scenes in the season 2 finale, then in season 3 they give him a few scenes before he doesn't even get patched over. And the same, even Quinn in season 5, he helps him track down Frankie Diamonds, and then it's like you get that, and then in season 6 you get all the scenes with Bobby. There's like a build up to them getting patched in. Lobo just gets patched in. Why? Because we need bodies to kill, and that's exactly what it is. He is privy at the meeting where Easy basically comes up with a plan of leaving Bishop as the one king, getting rid of Canche and essentially killing Ramos. And when Tucson returned to the clubhouse in dark, deep laid plans, who's waiting there? We've got Canche and other charters, and this is where Tucson get beat up, and then they go crying to Santa Padre for help, and then that's when we get one of the better episodes of season 3. What comes of handling snakeskin? We get the big motel brawl. Lobo is present in this. He's like the only Tucson guy that's here for some weird reason. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Him and Pavia. Of course, Pavia and Creeper get arrested in this. And then he does get a bit of, he gets a few lines here. He says that he will head to Oakland and make sure that Creeper and Pavia can be bailed out of jail. And we're like, quality. He's also privy when Steve shoots his brains out. Does he say anything? No. Did he get smeared in some Steve bloody juice? Probably. And then he's there. He's one of the few guys in the actual clubhouse in the Mayan War. So what about that?
Tell you what, he doesn't do much. I didn't notice him.
Well, apparently he is. That's what it says in the Wikipedia page, and that's what I'm going for.
It's season 4, episode 1.
Season 3, episode 10, season 4, episode 1. That's what apparently.
What was he doing? Hiding in the fucking bathroom all night?
He fucking must have been. What's Lobo doing?
Taking a 10-hour shit, because I never seen him.
Well, it's not. It says he only appears in the season 3 finale, so no, he must have left before the other Mayans attacked or something. That's what he must have did.
Oh, he got lucky then, didn't he? He got out just in time.
But of course, his president, Ibarra, does end up getting killed, folks. So yeah. And then he doesn't appear in season 4 until the death of the Virgin, where you've got that speech for Alvarez, and you've got like Creeper coming down, laying some flowers for Coco. You've got the big man, Hank, laying some flowers down for Steve. And then we've got some funny scenes with Dino there, basically saying, a fat fuck that couldn't deal with this world, man. And Lobo then lays some flowers down for his president, Ibarra. Ibarra, do you think they killed Ibarra off too early, or what do you feel about Ibarra?
I feel like none of Ibarra's charter members, really showed that much interest in the fact that he died. It's like, where was the outrage?
Yeah. Like, that's what I don't get, though. Like, it would make way more sense if Lobo was actually at this season 4 premiere thing,
just think it was
and then he patches over because he could defend at the clubhouse.
I just think it was the timing, though. Like, Alvarez comes in, and once he, then you get the 4-month time skip, and it's like anything that happened before that is kind of squashed. You can't really bring up, oh, you killed my president, Ibarra, because look how many members Santo Padre tried to take out from Yuma and stuff like that. Look at, they killed Ramos. So I feel like that time skip pretty much killed that entire story arc. I didn't really like the time skip. It's like everything was under the bridge.
Yeah, so, not literally. But in between the season 3 and 4 time skip, well, the season 4 episode 1 and 2 time skip, he patched out of Tucson, because I believe the reason is Tucson literally had no one left. The Barra got killed, the Mayan War literally wiped out. I believe the 2 guys that were actually at the Mayan clubhouse who died were all Tucson in that season 4 premiere. So I don't blame him for this patch over. I genuinely don't. I feel like if you're the only guy left in your charter, you kind of have to just admit defeat, don't you?
It's either that or you just, I don't know, have no charter, you have no leader, you have no nothing, no club. No club, is it?
Yeah, literally. So, and at this point, when the breakdown hit at midnight, the season 4 finale is seen at Coco's funeral. And then that's it. In season 5, 6 months have passed since Isis became president. He gets patched over, right? And you're thinking, right, so this guy is patched over for Tucson to Sarihita. Now he's patched from Sarihita to Santa Padre. Are we finally going to get some screen time with this guy? What does he do in season 5? Before episode 4, what does he do? Hit me with it.
Bitches a bit, complains, just seems to be always in a bad mood. Never really offers anything positive to the club or anything like that. Just seems to be hanging around like an arsehole that nobody really wants there. And then we see him, I don't know if he was going to try and take over the Hank role of bullying the new prospect, but that didn't turn out too good for him. And he decides that he's going to go into the lab and get his hands on some fentanyl, and it didn't end well for him. An overdose, and he literally dies at the clubhouse on Mayan's property with an overdose. And it's like, what a jobber way to go. I wouldn't even send a prospect out like this.
No.
But Lobo, a patched veteran for God knows how many years.
Sergeant at Arms, man. He looks like he's probably been in the mines for about 2 decades.
And he goes out before anything. I mean,
This guy was a Mayan when Clay was fucking president, man.
we're in the middle of a war, and this guy dies via a drug overdose. Like, I mean,
come on. I mean, he was privy to like when they took out the Mexican drug dealers and they stole the cook, but I mean, he didn't do anything.
I mean, if he wasn't a bad,
he didn't have any good scene, like.
if he wasn't a bad character to this point, he certainly is now.
Yeah, and you know what, guys, that's where we're going to leave you. Lobo. You know, when we eventually rank Santa Padre members, he will be last. I can't get anybody who's worse than him.
No, it's not going to happen. So
Like,
yeah,
honestly, like as much as like Taz had done some shady shit, the character as a whole is way better, man. It's just this guy. I mean, a prick, offered nothing, and even at his funeral, man, when they're burying him, nobody liked him. They just called him a prick, and that was it.
yeah.
So, who knows, guys? Leave your thoughts down below. We're back with another character spotlight soon. Maybe the next one will be alive. But this guy is totally breed.